Okay, I am back. Hello, everybody. My name is Chip Knight. This is my website from prisontoprofessor.com. I am an ex-con with a security clearance. Yes, after 6.25 years in prison for marijuana, I went to college, grad school, and after grad school, I was recruited to Washington, D.C. Ended up working on a presidential directive and granted a security clearance. And today, I have another story, another compelling story about heroin. And this story, I met this guy. This is after I was sentenced in Pima County to conspiracy to traffic marijuana. I was in the Pima County jail for a couple of weeks waiting to go to prison. This guy was also waiting to go to prison. And he was a veteran of it. And he ended up telling me about his wife. He had been, one of these people that just use heroin, right? I don't know if he was a junkie, but using it on a regular basis. And on this particular day, he had gone out to score some heroin. His wife was at home. And so after he came home, they were in the kitchen getting ready to do some cooking. And before they lit anything up, there was a knock at the door. It was his P.O., parole officer. So they, got everything cleaned up and put away and answered the door, let the P.O. in and had a conversation with him about whatever. He's on parole. And then the P.O. left. So him and his wife got everything back out and did their cooking. And then she got high and nodded off. And then he got high and nodded off. And it was a couple hours later that he woke up. And his wife was dead. And he wouldn't find out until the results of the autopsy and the blood work that was done. He wouldn't find out why she died until those test results came back. And as it turns out, apparently she might have been feeling edgy waiting for the heroin to show up. So she ended up taking some Valiums to take the edge off. And the combination of the Valium and the heroin is what killed her. And you would think, wouldn't that be enough to make you stop doing heroin when your wife dies right next to you? Yeah, how much more motivation do you need? But for ex-cons, I was at North Unit, and there was this guy I played a lot of pinochle with. His name was Maggie. I don't know what that was short for. He was Mexican. Really excellent pinochle player. How I hated playing against him. He would always show up at the pinochle table all fucked up on heroin. It didn't matter how high he was, he still played like a genius. And he ended up going home on parole. And he wasn't going to go out and get a job. He just wanted to live in his, there was a mobile home in his sister's backyard. He just wanted to live there. Leave me alone, don't bother me. I just want to be high on heroin all day. That's not unreasonable now, is it? Yeah, there are people, these ex-cons, these hardened convicts, being out in the light of day, they're like vampires. The sun will burn their skin. They can only come out comfortably at night with the cockroaches and the rats. It is, I experienced it. I experienced what it was like, the PTSD, that when you go from 6 years of prison to home. And thankfully, I was a runner, and I would go out every day and I would run my miles. And thankfully, shortly after coming home from prison, I had a work schedule where I was in school Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. And I was bartending on Saturday and Sunday nights. And if you want to succeed, that first year, You have to commit to working 7 days a week. An ex-con does not need days off that first year. You just need to work. Work what they had over the gates of Auschwitz, Arbeit macht frei. Work will set you free. Well, I believe in that for coming out of prison in America these days. You have to work. And it's only by creating a new life that you're able to force the past into the past and to keep it there. And I don't know, it took me 10 years. 10 years of a lot of hard work before I was able to say or think to myself in my own mind, what am I? And for 9 years, I said I'm an ex-con who has some computer skills. But after I was granted that security clearance, I was no longer an ex-con with some computer skills. I was an IT professional with a security clearance. And yes, by the way, I was in prison for marijuana. But it took that security clearance to finally convince myself I had done enough to forgive myself for failing in such a horrific way. And it's not just failing that hurt me, it hurt my wife and my kid. That's